Hey guys, it's Monday, November 21st, and I am still alive!
Video log spectacular!
So yesterday I recorded myself doing a lot of things for a really, really long time.
Just got a new shower caddy.
Like, just way more than I want to edit. So I kind of decided I'm just gonna record pretty much everything in like one take. It's been a pretty long day for me, just as the numbers go. I don't really want to get into the nitty-gritty for a lot of reasons, but all you really need to know is that I had a paper due today in history, and I stayed up all night. I was going to show you guys this cool place over here I found once, where you can tell that the road used to be, because it's lined on both sides still by these palm trees that go all the way down the street there, but it turns out this weird place where the road ends is way busier than I expected it to be. I'm getting out of here. And also because I don't want to get raped this close to home. You can tell people are like just getting back from home right now, even though it's Monday night. I suspect a lot of people would do that, especially now. Skip all their Monday classes so they can stay at home. This place is a ghost town on the weekends. No one goes to Riverside unless it's like a stone's throw from their house. People all ask me why I went here. I ask myself that too. That sounds kind of sad when I say it, but don't get me wrong. It's because I miss home, not because I don't like it here. I do like it here. And the later it got, and the weaker my will became, the more I could feel myself just thinking, if I could just go home, just for a little while, writing this would go so much more easily. I could make that trade-off. And every time I thought that, I could feel the other Ian. The Ian that wants to get motivated. The Ian that listened to the Wonder Years like on a continuous loop last night. It felt like that Ian had to be the adult. The one that was shooting down all the children's ideas. The one telling the little kid that he couldn't go home. But it was okay, because I ended up using that as motivation itself. I'm sure this vlog is going to be a drag tonight, because I'm all draggy. Sorry guys, it wasn't my intention at all, honestly. So the way my day broke down was I was pretty much really busy working on that paper all day. I have a class really early on Mondays to do computer stuff that I was doing on pretty much no sleep, which honestly was like the most productive I've ever been in that class. But we were working on PowerPoints, so it wasn't like I was killing it or anything. Oh my god, guys. I don't know if you can see them, but there's raccoons in that tree. They're being all mischievous. So, thinking about backing away the more you approach. Okay, we've taken it off. So many raccoons! Grunting sounds. I thought there was like a pig in that tree. So many raccoons. Those raccoons honestly made me completely forget where I was. So yeah, I also found out I had to register for my next quarter of classes today, which I didn't know about until recently. And then when I went to do it, the website told me I couldn't do it because I'd bounced a check or something, and it doesn't let you do anything once you've bounced a check. And I actually already knew about this when we went in and took care of it like a week ago, but it still said I couldn't do anything, and at that point of the day I was honestly freaking out. I don't know. Like, I threw stuff on the floor and people were scared. And a night of no sleep also tends to mean things like you forget that your laundry is in the laundry room overnight, wet. It makes you do things like press whites when you mean to press colors. Whites, of course, being extremely hot, which is not good for colors. But in the midst of all this, like finding out that I couldn't register for classes and remembering that I'd probably destroyed all my laundry, I really just couldn't feel bad. I'm sure a lot of it was the euphoria of being near death, having not slept in so long. But I said it on Facebook a few days ago. But I mean, you guys know me. I like to say things that sound really like motivational, and like whether I actually live it or not is kind of But I'm saying this right now not to be like Mr. Guru or anything. I'm saying this because I honestly think it helps me get through my life. And it's not something that I discovered, per se. or something that I invented for myself. It's really just something that I realized is in my nature, and I love it so much. I don't really believe in bad days. I think if you tell yourself you're having a bad day, it's giving up. It's easy. You're declaring that this day is lost. I can give up on this day. I don't need to have any more hope for it because it's already a bad day. I can just wait for the sun to go down and come back up, and then it'll be a new one, and it'll start fresh, and it'll probably be good. I totally get that. It makes a lot of sense psychologically. But a bad day is nothing but a series of bad events. And I defy you to look through any of your bad days and try to find one that has absolutely no good in it. I mean, I understand. We all know that when we say it's a bad day, it doesn't mean nothing good ever happened on that day. But still, it's one of those things. When people say count your blessings, people just kind of go, yeah, okay. But like, seriously, if you count your blessings, it could cheer you up legitimately. Like, you'd be like, oh geez, I need to call the accounting department more often. I didn't realize we had so many blessings. Because even on today, when so many things felt like they were going so bad, and it felt like it was just the perfect time to say, oh my god, all this stress, I'm having a heart attack, this is a bad day. I found a nickel while I was doing laundry. And it made everything feel alright. It wasn't even heads up, it was a tails nickel. And I felt, oh my god, this is my lucky day. Those were literally the first things that crossed my mind. I thought, what an asshole. So if the theme for the depressing beginning of this video was sleep deprivation, Katie Gremlin, then the theme for the second half of this video is misery is something self-created. Which doesn't mean that hope isn't. In fact, that's exactly my point. Hope can be self-created. And while most people wouldn't know it to look at me, I mean, I can admit it. I'm a pretty depressing looking guy. As long as I'm living, I'm happy. Love you guys, I'll see you soon. Almost forgot to acknowledge Samantha Elsie's video. I think I'd just like to say that while VidCon sounds very exciting, I feel kind of uncomfortable asking people to give us money so we can go to VidCon. Maybe the best fundraiser for us is like getting jobs or something. Melissa getting a job, just kidding. So I know this isn't an actual prank, but before we ever started actually doing the vlog, when I just knew that there would be opportunities for punishments, one of the first ideas I came up with that I was really proud of, their punishment would be to set up a prank, but then purposely fail it in front of that person. Except the person would have to be like a teacher or a professor, or I think the person I actually had in mind when I thought of it was Melissa and SpaghettiOs. Sorry, Melissa. I guess you can never get a punishment now, because you know what it's gonna be. So, I don't know. Actual prank ideas to follow.